From the hurricanes, with the flooding, with the crazy wind, all of my trees are leaning to the left because of the wind. I'm going to cover my avocado tree, the mulberry tree, my mango tree, pomegranate tree, my lychee tree, as well as the June plum tree. Kind of how they looked in the summer versus how they look right now. It's been a while since I've posted an update on my garden, and it's looking a little different lately. It's winter, January, so I'm sure you've heard about all the snow that's happening north of us in Tallahassee. I am in the Tampa area, so we don't have snow here, but it is pretty cold. My garden has been going through a lot this year, or this last year, 2024, because it's 2025 right now. And I wanted to update you on how my trees look. I wanted to give you a little update on my 6 favorite trees in the garden that seem to be surviving. I think they're going to last for a few more years. I don't know what's to come. As you know, we've had 2 really bad hurricanes that have actually impacted the Tampa area. It has impacted my backyard, both of them actually. The first one gave us a lot of water, a lot of flooding. My avocado tree was flooded, the roots are exposed. I'm gonna show you a little bit more about the avocado tree, but we have lost a fence. One of our fences is gone. This fence is fine. On the other side, it's gone. And a lot of our neighbors, their backyards have been destroyed because of the trees falling. Luckily, none of that has happened to us. We have some friends whose homes have been flooded. The water, the lake water, combined with the rain, really flooded my backyard. Thankfully, it didn't come to the house. The soil in my garden it's mainly sand. Okay, so it's sand, and when all the rain came, the water just kind of washed away a lot of the sand and the soil, and now many of my trees have roots exposed, and I've been kind of neglecting the trees and my garden in general. I've been just busy with work, and I'm taking some classes at the University of Florida, and I'm a mom and a wife, and all that fun stuff. So I'm kind of shocked that they're surviving. Behind me is the banana tree, which is honestly so sad, and that's not one of the trees I'm going to talk about right now, or one of the plants I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to cover my avocado tree, the mulberry tree, my mango tree, pomegranate tree, my lychee tree, as well as the June plum tree. Kind of how they looked in the summer versus how they look right now. So let's start with my avocado tree. In the summer, it was honestly one of the most beautiful trees. It had so many avocados, more than we could ever eat on our own. What we did was give them away to our neighbors, friends, and family, as well as our co-workers. Of course, we ate a ton of them. Almost every single meal had avocados in it. I'm surprised that we didn't get sick of them. Now that it's winter and we don't have any avocados, I don't really buy any at the store because I'm not really craving them, and we know that we're gonna have them in the summer again. So I haven't bought any avocados lately. Even though it's January and it's really cold, I see some flowers, I see some flower buds, little yellow flowers, but I also see some avocados, these little baby avocados. That has brought me so much joy, seeing that this avocado tree is still alive, it's still doing well, and it's kind of thriving in this winter climate. If we take a closer look at the roots, they're exposed, and this is because of the flooding that we've had from the hurricanes, and the tree is also kind of tilting to the left, and this is because of the second hurricane. All the wind was literally hitting this way, coming from this side, and all of my trees are tilting to the left. You're going to see that with my mango tree as well, which let's go over there and take a look. As you can see, the mango tree is tilting this way. It's touching the house actually, and I was supposed to trim it, and I was supposed to trim the avocado tree as well, or all of my trees, and I haven't. I really need to do that with my mulberry tree, but I think I'm going to leave the mango tree and avocado tree alone just because they're flowering right now, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to in January. It seems a little weird, but there are a lot of flower buds, a lot of cute little flowers, little mango flowers. I also see some mangoes. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see a lot of mangoes, and I don't know if all of them are going to make it or if any of them are going to make it. It seems a little early for the tree to fruit, but I'll keep you updated on this. It's a little interesting. But today I was brave enough to walk into my garden and I saw the mangoes, and it just brought me so much joy that I had to make this video. Okay, now let's go and take a look-see at the mulberry tree. My amazing mulberry tree. Nothing's really happening here, and I'm sorry about that noise. Our pool pump is on, and as you can see, there's no fence over there. We've had a wooden fence and it's gone due to the hurricanes. But let's talk about this mulberry tree. It is doing how it always does. There's really not much of a difference from all the previous years. I see some buds coming out. I see some new leaves, little red mulberries, but those are probably gonna just fall off. It is still too early for the mulberry tree to fruit. In the summer, this tree is just packed with fruit, overfilled, and it makes a huge mess. The birds, squirrels, and I don't know what else, but the birds and squirrels, they go crazy for the mulberries. They love them. They are eating good over here in this backyard. And I don't mind because I have a lot of mulberries, so enough to share. What I will do is trim a lot of these branches. My reasoning for that is if I don't, the tree is going to get too big. I'm gonna have way too many mulberries, and it's going to cause a huge mess here. I won't be able to walk under the tree. I mean, it gets all my clothes dirty, and it will produce too much fruit. We can only eat so many mulberries. We do share with friends and family, but my mother-in-law also has a mulberry tree, and hers is pretty large as well, so I like to cut it down and only have enough fruit for us, for what we need. I do bake with these mulberries, so I'm looking forward to that. I make a delicious mulberry crumble, and I am going to try new recipes this year. I want to make jam, haven't made it yet. It's on my bucket list, so that's something to look forward to once it fruits again in the summer. So I'm over here by the lychee tree, and not much has happened here. It does look a lot bigger, which is good. Lots of new leaves, and it looks pretty healthy, and I would say this is the only tree that hasn't really been impacted by any of the hurricanes. It's not leaning to the left like my other trees, so that's good. I am looking forward to the summer because it produces the most delicious lychees. They're so good. I think I've had like maybe it produced like 30-ish last summer, so hopefully this summer we'll have a lot more. But it's looking really good. It's looking healthy. And now let's take a look-see at my June plum tree. As you can see, the June plum tree has no leaves for some reason. Well, you know, it's winter, so that's the reason. But no leaves, and it has a lot of fruit. I don't know if this fruit is going to ripen because it is so cold, and it might just stay green, but that's fine. I do like to eat them green, but I do prefer them yellow when they're yellow and ripe. So now let's take a look-see at my pomegranate tree. The pomegranate tree is struggling. It's leaning to the left a lot, and it has been really hit by the hurricanes. It's pretty exposed. There are no buildings protecting it like in the other trees, so it's leaning the most out of all of my trees. It hasn't been impacted by any floods, so that's good. Just the wind that has basically destroyed it. As you can see, some of the roots are exposed, and I am going to try to get some more soil and just cover up the roots. Hopefully that will help the tree. In the summer, I've only had about maybe 5 pomegranates from this tree. They were good, don't get me wrong, they were good, but it hasn't been producing as much as I would have hoped, and that's honestly my fault because I really haven't fertilized it. I haven't done anything. And that should be one of my goals this summer, to protect these trees and just be a better plant mom. Those are my 6 trees that I wanted to cover in this video, how they look now versus how they looked in the summer, and hopefully how they're going to look this summer if I do a little bit more work than I did last summer, which shouldn't be difficult since I didn't do anything last summer. I have a lot of work to do in my backyard. I have to show these trees more love. Hopefully I'll make some time to trim those branches on that mulberry tree. I'm gonna wait until it warms up a little bit more, because right now I think it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's too cold for me to garden, and I don't even think it's a good idea to trim any of the branches when it's this cold. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's okay? Let me know in the comments and I will update you. Bye. See you in the next video.